I've always enjoyed Quentin Tarantino films, but I've never been a super fan. After watching this film, I am completely on board. This was so different and so much fun, and you can just feel and see the love he has for movies and his in-depth knowledge of all of it. And I think the reason why this movie resonated with me so much is actually because I'm so familiar with Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt's work that when I see the characters they are in this movie, I realize what kind of director Quentin Tarantino is. He is an actor's director. I've never seen Leonardo DiCaprio give this type of performance and be this good. He is so funny, so engaging. He chews every scene he's in. Brad Pitt as well. He's just this different energy. He does still seem like Brad Pitt. I feel like some of these big name actors, sometimes their names eclipses the role. But in this film, I believe that these famous A-list actors were their characters. And another thing that I really enjoyed about this film is that it's a love letter to movies and it's a love letter to Sharon Tate. And it makes it so bittersweet when you see what happens. It's kind of jarring the way this film doesn't seem to have a central narrative initially, but it actually does, because the main story is Leo's story, but then we have these asides of Sharon Tate's story, and we're not sure what that's all about, but he manages to tie it together in the end in a really cool way, and it's very cathartic. So even when we are just meandering on certain scenes, and I use the word meandering, but we are really relishing it. Quentin Tarantino takes his time on each scene. There's just one bit of Brad Pitt's character driving, and it's just him driving for like 2 minutes, and it's cutting to all these different shots, and in any other movie it'd just be 25 seconds. But this is a Quentin Tarantino movie. He's earned the right to do whatever he wants, and he just lets scenes go for a super long time, and you're never really bored. I'm sure some people will be bored at some point. It stretches. But I was never bored. I was always super engaged. And I think the key to why this movie feels so satisfying is, even if the pacing's a little weird and we're jumping between all these different storylines and characters, Quentin Tarantino knows how to do the payoff. The payoff in this film is really satisfying, and everything is set up. All of these little scenes, like Cliff feeding his dog, or Leo getting angry about something, or even just little lines, they're set up for something to happen later that will give you release, and you see these earlier scenes and you understand why they said that or why they did this. And not everything has meaning. There are some scenes that are just standalone, and they are to just show you a little bit of their character, or even just show you, not character based, just show you a little bit of the time. And it's okay, because it's wrapped in a pretty strong central story involving Rick Dalton, and I actually remember the name because they say it a bunch of times. I'm definitely rambling. I just wanted to give you all my thoughts, and I'm sure if you watched it, most of you hopefully will like it. If you don't like it, I feel like you don't really like movies. It's okay to not like a film, but this is the first Quentin Tarantino movie that hit me like this, and yeah, it was great. If you haven't seen it, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's so much fun, and it's probably one of his funniest films. It was hilarious. There's some jokes in here, a reoccurring bit involving Cliff. Super funny, super entertaining. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. That's all I got. Thank you guys, and I'll see you all next time.